as mentioned by the president of the CJHL, Brent Ladds. And Brent, thanks so much for taking time to join us today.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Dave.
Yeah, what's it been like to be a part of this, and what do you think so far of the tournament?
Tournament's gone really well so far. We were talking earlier, we didn't, can't remember, we've had 3 games so close right at the beginning, but all 1-goal games, 2 of them in overtime, and this looks like it's going to be a good finish before it's over too. So it's been really good. The community has been so welcoming and the people so friendly, I just can't say enough.
Now, maybe for those who haven't watched a lot of Junior A hockey, and you and I do spend a lot of time watching a lot of that, so what is so special about this level of hockey, and what do you enjoy about being involved with this program?
Well, the program itself provides a variety of opportunities for kids, and the one thing that we're able to do is maintain their eligibility for NCAA competition. We're graduating players at an abnormal rate into the Canadian Hockey League, and we're finding a plethora now of kids that are finding themselves in the National Hockey League, which is one of the ultimate goals.
33 players drafted from Junior A last year in the NHL draft. What does that mean to you when you hear something like that?
Oh, I think the gratitude comes from seeing it happen to the kids. You're happy for the kids and the families, and they create a lot of excitement around the program, so it attracts other players coming in, that have similar abilities in that, and that augurs well for the program.
Now, Canada East and Canada West so far, I guess this head-to-head has been dominated for the most part by Canada West. I know you don't really want to cheer because you want to be objective, but how good is it for the program to see a competitive Canada East in its tournament? Yeah,
it's been very good, and they worked very hard. They deterred from the usual tradition of running their camp just before the event, and ran the camp in the summer, and identified some kids at that point, and followed them through the time period. So I think from the summer camp they have about 12 or 13 players on the team, and then we're able to recruit other players, through the year and scout them, and so it's gone well for them. I'm glad to see them competitive, like you said.
Now next year, I guess Cornwall, Ontario, I believe, is hosting next year. What's the process been like in having talks with them and getting the community prepared for the event?
Yeah, they're very prepared for the event, and hosting CJHL events isn't something new to them. They've had our prospects game, they've had the national championship there, and great great community to work with, just like we are here in Dawson, and they have 2 representatives here that'll be here all week, taking in this tournament and trying to determine what they can do to try and not only match but try and make it better.
Well, I guess, for maybe there are a lot of NHL scouts around here, and maybe what to you is the most special part about being a part of a program like this and coming out and being in every community, especially coming up to Northern BC?
Yeah, well, if you go back to the grassroots of this program, when we initiated it at the beginning, we didn't have the involvement we have now from the National Hockey League or even Hockey Canada, and it was an undertaking on behalf of the CJHL to try and give our players an opportunity to wear a national team jersey and to create a tournament that would provide for a competitiveness that would attract other countries to come in, and also allow them to scout their players for future national competition. And I think we've done that very well. I think, when you look at the quality of players that are coming through the program and the amount of interest in hosting the events, not only this one, but, our prospects game and our national championship, I think the profile of the program has grown tremendously, and it hasn't been done solely on our own. We've had tremendous help from Hockey Canada, we've had tremendous help from the National Hockey League, and all that factors into the success we're seeing today.
Well, as someone who spent some time covering the AJHL, I guess maybe a quick comment on the Brooks Bandits and how special that was, that record-breaking season for them last year, and with a guy like Corson Coolmans and Ryan Papuano, the general manager, being involved, and how big that was for the CJHL to see a dominant program like that year after year.
Yeah, no, they've done extremely well, and then they're off to a great start again this year, and I think we'll probably be back there in the future with some national events. The best ambassador for our program is a former bandit in the person of Cale Makar, who's just having tremendous success at the National Hockey League level, and you can only wish him well. He's such a great kid, and
sure. I don't know how I forgot to ask you a question about that. When you see something like that, 4th overall, highest ever to ever come out of Junior A. Like, is that not really where Junior A hockey in the CJHL wants to be?
Well, we want to be there, but we also can't forget about all the other players that play in too, and go on to careers that they earn through education, staying in their community. Some of them, the opportunities abound, and and that's why we say that we're not just about one facet of the game and producing NHL players. That's kind of the bonus in it all.
Yep.
The players that earn an education either through their through the youth sports program or the NCAA, and the assistance we get through the CHL with those players, utilizing the academic availability of scholarships and that the CHL will provide. It all contributes to the whole picture.